Hey guys, what is going on? This is Ip of Rage Quit TV. We have another PVZ today, but I don't think you guys are gonna mind because it's an EG showdown between EG.HuK and EG.LzGamer. Yes, EG.LzGamer is a part of Team Evil Geniuses. He is the forgotten member. They offered him a spot in the EG layer to my knowledge, but his girlfriend, I don't think at the time, could move out with him, so he decided to stay home with his girlfriend and family, and now I believe it is fiance. I think there was a Twitter proposal. I'm not sure if that is serious or not, but they've been dating a very long time, and I think they're still dating. So I'm going to call her his fiance. So I don't blame him for trying to stick around his hometown, staying close to her. We do have EG.HuK spawning as the Red Protoss on the southern position of Ohana. And by the way, I did not hear it from EG.Gamer, so take all what I said just there with a grain of salt. And EG.Gamer doesn't know if this is EG.HuK or not. He thinks it is EG.HuK, not revealing who it is. But little known fact, I think I was actually the first person to give EG.HuK money related to StarCraft 2, because back in the beta, I think it was Open Wolf Cup number 5 or 6, maybe it was 4. It's one of those really early Open Wolf Cups in the beta if you're a part of the scene. I was the sponsor of those, and I was the one that paid EG.HuK, and he was just so happy about getting money. Actually, I don't know if he was happy. He did a lot of smiley faces, and back then, I didn't know EG.HuK was the type of person to speak Konglish, even though the Korean scene didn't exist back then. It was just really odd. I was like, oh, wow, he's just really happy. But now I'm thinking, wow, he just speaks like that all the time in text. But we'll get over into the game. It is EG.HuK. It looks like he is going to be going for a Nexus first. He did do a 9 pylon scout, which means EG.Gamer is going to have to go with a 15 pool. If he didn't get that probe there, it may have not been. And EG.HuK being EG.HuK, just being as annoying as possible with the probe, blocking all the mining pairs, and now accidentally mining minerals, will be going down to block this one hatch, possibly going to throw a pylon. Now you see him queuing up a bunch of things. Oddly enough, it's not a heart, probably because he is blocking that. I may have missed it, and oh my god, EG.Gamer does get that. A huge overstep by EG.HuK. He is getting a forge out, did go for the Nexus, then the forge. And now the probe going to be coming up. We'll see the timing of that spawning pool. And may just keep an eye on this gas, because if he sees gas, he knows, oh my god, he's going to lose the probe. That sucks. But if he saw a gas, then he knew there wasn't going to be a fast third base. If he just kind of hangs around here, they can kind of keep an eye for about 15 seconds before he makes his way down here, and just get more scouting information that way. But if he loses the probe, which is uncharacteristic of him, that is just huge. And EG.Gamer building 6 lings. Those are out of the field, going across the map, and EG.HuK has no idea about this. He went for a gateway, then a cannon, so that is going to be allowing these lings to actually get in. I think they will make it there before the cannon does finish, and that is going to cause a huge headache for EG.HuK. Just a huge one. It is so hard to deal with this. Here we go. Cannon is finishing. The Overlord does take a shot, and those lings are getting into the middle line. Are they going to go up into the main? No, it doesn't look like that. Just going to be staying down here and just be as annoying as possible. EG.HuK losing a lot of mining time right now, and oh my god, he's losing a lot. Doesn't have anything really mining back at home. Only 2 probes mining, which means his Cybernetics core is going to be getting delayed. And these lings have definitely been worth their weight in gold. That looks like that was 13 probes. I think 1 or 2 have come out since I clicked on that. But EG.HuK is going to deal with that. But we're going to say that was 12 probes that EG.HuK transferred down here. That is just really bad, because let's just say 30 seconds they lost mine time. 12 probes, that is 240 minerals that EG.HuK doesn't have. And that means his Cybernetics score is going to be really late. It's 540, and he is just now building that Cybernetics score. I can't express how late this actually is. EG.Gamer doing a tremendous amount of damage with that small ling run by, and that's probably all going to come down to this one probe being killed, not being able to see those lings built. If the drones did not get us around on that probe, would have seen the lings, would have had a probe right here walled off, waiting, and then those lings would have came. The cannon would have killed a few before they got through, and that just would have been, well, a lot less damage that EG.HuK took. So, small blunder there. EG.HuK going in, trying to get up into the main. He doesn't decide to risk it, because with the queen range, they can now kill probes when the probe tries to run by. So instead, he says, okay, I can check this third base, and it looks like he is just be placing a pylon. EG.Gamer, though, building 14 Lings right now. Oh, excuse me. So it looks like he knows that HuK is doing this little bit of a cannon rush, or maybe he's just going to be going in for like an all-in right now. He is getting Ling speed, but that one probe did go on the creep, so I'm assuming he saw that. We'll see exactly where these Lings end up going by EG.LzGamer, and he's going to go over to this cannon straight away. So HuK not going to be able to do anything unless this cannon gets a full surround, but that is still a lot of Lings. The pylon gets a full surround, so HuK going to cancel that right away, because if he tried to actually get this through, and EG.LzGamer just said, oh, screw it, I'll just sacrifice this one hatch. You just spent a lot of money right here. Well, HuK would have nothing back at home, and the Lings could just do a counterattack and win the game. So HuK had to cancel that, because even if he killed the hatch, seeing that many Lings, he knew he couldn't defend any type of counterattack. So cancels that in favor of being able to get stuff back at home. You can see HuK doesn't have that many minerals in hand. I don't know what he just built. Maybe a few pylons he had to build. So yeah, getting a lot of pylons right now, and that is 50 out of 84 supply. So HuK going to be getting a lot more gateways. I think he built too many pylons. I think he could have got those gates a little bit early. We'll see how high HuK stays on the supply for how long he does. Definitely playing a little bit poorly, in my opinion. Not the HuK I really expected in this game, but we do have 5 gates now being constructed, at least 4 gates. He has one already, getting his +1 ground attack, and he's still in relatively good shape. He's playing poorly, but HuK is a really good player. I just don't expect any mistakes from HuK. So 57 supply, 273, not the worst situation for HuK, because once all of these gates finish, he's going to start skyrocketing in supply. He's going to be taking his 3rd base relatively soon, and EG.LzGamer building drones. That's odd. I saw the Baneling nest. I thought he was going to go for a Baneling bust, but he is now just building drones. He built all those Lings, so it looks like that was just to stop any type of cannon rush at the 3rd base, all those Lings in. Again, if the cannons didn't get canceled, he would have had enough Lings to do a counterattack. And EG.LzGamer has really good map vision right now. Things everywhere. HuK is getting hallucination because he is limited on scouting information. I'm not sure why he doesn't just go for a robo. Maybe because that would be too much gas. Instead, he's going to be going for hallucination. So we'll see if he does anything cute besides hallucinate some Phoenix out. He has won games on hallucination before, or a game on hallucination. So maybe he's going to go for that again. Maybe hallucinate a bunch of Void Rays. We do have Lings now coming in. 2 Phoenix do get hallucinated. They will be going out to scout to see exactly what is going on. These Lings are just going to try to take out this 3rd base, but HuK is getting the force fields around, and there we go. Nice control out of HuK, not letting this Nexus fall. Force fields definitely saving the day there. And there's Phoenix going to get the scouting off. Going to be seeing, okay, you got a lair now, still just building. You don't have any gas over here, so what does this mean? To me, this means he is not going to go for fast Broodlords. He's going to probably go for another base or something, because if you don't have this 5th and 6th gas, you can't really get Infestors, Broodlords, and a Hive all at the same... Well, Infestors, Aspire, and a Hive at the same time, which allows you to get Broodlords. So HuK, he is going to be now building a lot of gateways. He's just going to total up for a little bit because he knows aggression is going to be coming from EG.LzGamer. Not seeing those 2 gases. He knows EG.LzGamer wants to be a little bit aggressive. There's a lot of Lings on the field. We do have HuK now bringing a few sentries over here, so he is going to be safe. EG.LzGamer can't really do any damage, but this does keep HuK contained in his base. So HuK, he's going to be staying just on 3 bases, probably go to a maxed out supply. EG.LzGamer morphing in a lot of Banelings, so he's going to try to do some type of bust here. I don't know if it's going to be successful. HuK does have his sentries split up. We do have the probes now transferring down to the 3rd base. The word count, 61 probes to 68 drones, so if EG.LzGamer whiffs right here, doesn't do any damage, and oh my god, the Guardian Shield goes down, killing one of HuK's force fields. I have to say that was a mistake. And all those sentries are gonna fall. Lings are gonna run into the main base, and HuK is gonna be taking a lot of damage. He is not showing us top 3 control at all right now. Those Lings do get over into the middle line, gonna be killing off a lot of probes. If HuK took economic damage in the early game, he has definitely taken it now, as Lings have killed a total of 24 probes this game. 95 supply to 123, so it's not game over yet. The Stalkers do blink, not letting the Lings leave, but 1 sentry does fall. EG.LzGamer has built a lot more units going over this. His Queens are sitting at Not the best energy. Just right now focusing all on his Omi, not doing the best injects behind all this, which could allow HuK to get back into the game. He is going to be re-walling this area. The thing he has for him is EG.LzGamer doesn't have the most lava available right now. So he's got a lot of units, does have Baneling drops, so he will be coming in here. If he can hold this off, HuK will be okay. Those Stalkers picking off the Overlord without any Banelings in. Bad luck, and a lot of those Zealots will be falling to those Baneling bombs. Oh my god, those may have been the most successful Baneling bombs I have ever seen. Almost every Zealot going down, and EG.LzGamer going to be storming in here with a bunch of Lings. And it's not looking good for HuK. He does have a Templar Archive, so he can get Archons, which will be really good against this, but he is just taking so much damage right now. Lings are coming in, Stalker's going to be pulling back, Probes now going on a hold position, minimizing the surface area Lings can get on those Stalkers. A really nice control right now for HuK doing that. Really, I haven't really seen this that much. I've seen a lot of hold position, but not like to that extent. Lings are going to be taking out an Archon. It's really bad when you start seeing that happen. Zealots behind the Archon, trying to do the best to hold on tight. 54 probes to 70 drones. We can see EG.LzGamer's minerals and gas getting a little bit high. This is what I was talking about, that wasn't doing inject, so HuK had a chance to come back, but those Baneling bombs were just so successful. I don't know if HuK is going to be able to do it. Still has a few Banelings left over. It looks like Archon's doing not much damage so far. This one's got 10 kills, hiding behind the middle line. Very well placed there. 6 kills, 12 kills. And Baneling bombs are going to be going into the main base, and that's where the remaining 26 probes reside. Oh, this is going to be brutal. Bombs are going down, and so many workers. 20 probes dead in that assault. And this base has been taken out. It's looking like it's lights out for HuK. EG.LzGamer has done it. 22 supply to 145. GG. Well played by EG.LzGamer. That was definitely well played. I love stopping when Archons. Does that make me a pervert? They just look so funky like that. If only he was turned around without any shields at all. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that game. Let's go back and look at this. So we'll look at all that happened. So we're going to go back to the Ling run by. See if that was indeed 30 seconds that HuK lost. Let's go to 4 minutes. So we'll see if that was really 30 seconds. That's the first thing I want to see. Lings are running in. HuK now going to be pulling them. So that is 13 probes. And we'll see how much mining time he actually loses. That was around 420, by the way, if you weren't paying attention. Relatively nice micro from HuK. Not only losing 8 probes, you can see putting the inter ones back here. Didn't put them on mine. That would have helped a little bit, but it's looking like around 40 seconds. So probes mine 40 minerals per minute. So 13 probes. Let's say he lost 30 minerals per probe. I think that's a fair assessment. So 13 times 30 is going to be 390 minerals. So 6 Lings, 150 minerals, did 390 minerals worth of damage. And that's not really... That's delaying probes. But most importantly, that delayed the cybernetic score, which just delayed everything of HuK. Delayed scouting he could get out on his opponent, delayed warp gates, delayed absolutely everything. From that, I think that's where the game spiraled out of control. Then you have the next mistake. Excuse me. Wow, that happened a lot more than it usually does. Okay, so the next mistake of HuK. And we're talking about the mistake of me. Because I made a mistake when casting this, and I realized that as I was saying it, I was like, maybe I can justify this, but no. So we have the Banelings come in, immediately force field, Guardian Shields. And then I was like, Guardian Shields, what's he doing? And then, back in my mind, when I was saying that, I was like, oh, lowers 2 damage. But then this is not ranged, so it does nothing. 100% mistake from HuK, probably because F and G are next to each other. So, big mistake from HuK here. And maybe he didn't even realize he did this. Because if he plays 2 force fields right now, he could just be fine. But what HuK, I think, does, he kind of saw how many Banelings this was. And he's like, okay, I have 3 force fields. What I can do is let these well, no, he just started researching. I can't justify this. This was just god awful. I tried justifying it. I was thinking maybe he wanted the Banelings to blow it up to get rid of them, and then force field the Lings, and then he doesn't have to worry about a Baneling bust over here, which would be a lot more force fields to cover. That's possible. Unlikely, because I don't think he wanted to lose the research. But that could have possibly been it. But yeah, I think it was just accidental Guardian Shield and then him saying, frack. And yeah, that's probably what it was. And then just trying to decide, how can I recover from this? And then not doing the right thing. So let's go to the Baneling bombs. Do 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 do. So the first Baneling, I think that's only one that's dropped so far. Let's actually back that up. That's a lot of damage. That had to be. Oh, look at that one. That was in the air. That was cute. So get on all the zealots, and we'll try to pause it after the first few. So there's one. Look at this hit. Oh my god. That is just so much damage. That hit could not have been any better. Glitched. He has no juice in him. Anorexic Baneling. So that hit. Maybe that was 2 Banelings. Maybe there was one in the back. But that had to be, because they don't do 50 damage. They don't. Yeah, Verse Light 39. No, that was one. That had 11 health. That's 1 Baneling hit. That's a lot more than I thought it would do to all those zealots. And then, ow, ow, ow. But you saw everything clustered. So those Banelings, let's go back one more time. Let's count the number of zealots that first Baneling hit. So, first Baneling hits 3, 6, 9. 9 frickin' zealots first Baneling. Okay. The next 2 hit 2, 4, 5. Possibly one of them hit these back here. So 5 hits is what I would consider good. The number I said before 5, 9, I think, I would consider that like the best Baneling in the world. That's how good that was. So had caught HuK by complete surprise with that, and all those zealots vaporized. GG. Very well played by EG.LzGamer. And HuK did lose that game, like, but EG.LzGamer played well, I want to say. It's not a win EG.LzGamer can really say, hey, I beat HuK, because HuK kind of lost the game for him. But EG.LzGamer can say, I brought my A game. I was playing well that game. And let's just verify he was playing well. Let's go into the injects, because this is where it gets cool to look at stats. So let's go, boom, to SE2 gears. So 10 minutes. Not the best. Not the best at all. So, my standard 10-minute mark that I always go to, because this is just where I say, hey, this is kind of like the player has been left untouched. There's been no pressure on them. Let's see how the injects are. And it's an even number I can easily go to. So, 10.5 seconds. I mean, a lot of the real big name pros, they get between 5 and 7. So LZ, not the best on the inject. So let's go back to LZ's hotkeys. Actually, let's go back two things. Let's go look at HuK's hotkeys during that sentry play. And then let's look at LZ hotkeys, how he injects. And let's guess. Before this, how do we think LZ hotkeys? I'm going to be saying that he hotkeys each of his... I want to say he does the backspace love inject method. That's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to say he does backspace. I don't think he does his hatches individually. If he did, I think he would have had better injects. If he did his queens, it may be the case. I don't know exactly where that was. It happens right around here, so. Maybe that was 12. Yeah, right here. Okay. So, just before this, let's see. How does HuK have his hotkeys? All his sentries on 1, all his stalkers on 2. Not bad. But I think it would have been much better off when he split up his units to have them kind of split up based upon their location. And that probably would have fixed it, because if you have all your sentries on a hotkey, it's kind of less stress to just go, oh, let's go 2 FFF. Or maybe he could probably just hit 1, actually. Let's see what he does. Let's see exactly what he does. Because the AI is smart enough to always use the closest sentry. So if he just hits 1 right now in force fields, that'll be fine. So does he do that? Or does he click? So let's go. It should happen soon, so we have to keep an eye on this. Building, looking at sentries, la-di-da. Okay. No, he boxes it. So I think if he just hit 1, he would have been fine there. And it would have been less stressful. So he went to box it, and as he boxed it, he hit G. I think that's his hotkey for Guardian Shield. I don't know what it is. That's all that tells me hallucination. It doesn't tell me Guardian Shield and Force Field. I'm pretty sure Guardian Shield's G and Force Field is F by default. I've changed all my hotkeys. I think Guardian Shield was on G, and that happened to me once, and I changed it to Tab, actually. That's why I changed my hotkey for Guardian Shield too. I Actually, no, I changed my Force Field hotkey to Tab. My bad. Because I can hit 1 tab really easily. It's been a while since I played Protoss, so I forgot what it was for a second. But yeah, I changed my Force Field to tabs because, well, it's not 1 tab. I keep my sentries on 4 generally. And that's just really easy. Go 4 tab, tab, tab. And I find Force Field to be the most important thing for Protoss, so that's why I have it to. And to cycle through things, I have that on Tilde. I do that a lot less than Force Fielding, so that's, I guess, how I had it. I'm not sure if that's optimal or not. I just did this once, and I said, fuck that. So, HuK, obviously. Maybe on Depression, he left him standard, and on his main count, he doesn't. He's actually kind of known for that, actually, doing the wrong thing, like, +1 air attack viable? If you don't know what I'm talking about, in a tournament game, I think it was, he researched +1 instead of warp gates, and it sucked. It may have been a GSL. I don't know what it was. But okay. Wait, what? What? This? Not a normal inject method. So it looks like EG.LzGamer, I don't know. Maybe he panicked a little bit. Some players just play really oddly. And this is one of the cases of them playing really oddly, is he just has all his hatches hotkeyed. So he didn't do his third yet. I don't think he did. Let's check. Pause. Missed that. So this is where he has a huge delay because he's winging it, man. He's winging it and made a mistake injecting because of that. So, oh, my camera got really blurry. There we go. There's focused. So, small mistake there, and hopefully that kind of shows the importance of looking at SC2 gears. You find things like that, being like, oh, wow, that's odd. That is really odd, that inject method. So I'm surprised it's as low as it is, and as because if you go to SC2 gears, it doesn't look bad. Like throughout this whole game, his injecting looks relatively good for how he does it. Let's go 14 minutes. That's just how he does it the whole game. I I am really impressed how decent his injects look with how much like of a handicap he put on himself. Maybe he does some. Maybe he knows a method I don't know, and this is actually okay. But I've never seen that. I guess he can backspace hit queen, like backspace click queen inject, backspace click queen inject. Don't know why you do that, but yeah. Don't mean to trash players. Not what I'm doing. I'm just trying to point out what I find interesting. That's how he plays. That's how he enjoys it. He probably played a lot of Brood War, and I guess he kind of does it that way. A little stubborn, I guess you could say. So, hope you guys enjoy the cast. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow.